Welcome to Video 5, which will discuss Section 4 of the Kansas Award Portfolio, Leadership and Citizenship. So many skills we learn in 4-H intermingle, so sometimes it's hard to determine what is leadership and what is citizenship. In this video, we are going to talk briefly about the directions in Section 4A and target Section 4B so as to define leadership and citizenship and categorize different activities into the two areas. Everything listed in this section must be 4-H related. Section 4A summarizes your 4-H meetings, committees, and groups. In this section, be sure to include your community club meetings. Be sure to list the name of the club. However, if you are a member of the Rabbit Project Club and you are completing a KAP for clothing construction, do not include project club meetings. Now, if you are completing a KAP for Rabbit, include both community club meetings and project club meetings. The River Valley Rabbit Club is the only project club in the River Valley District, so no other project club meetings should be in existence. All committees served on should be listed here. All project meetings related to the project showcased in the Kansas Award Portfolio should be displayed here as well. Section 4A should look a little something like this. You'll notice that the number attended column is the sum of the number impacted at the local, county, district, and state level. Be sure to indicate how many people were in the group, committee, or meeting underneath the columns titled local, county, district, and state, and then add those up to a total number attended. Now let's move on to Section 4B. In defining leadership and citizenship, my favorite definition of leadership is getting others to complete something they wouldn't have done if you hadn't have been there. It seems to me in this definition there are a few elements. The first element to leadership is education. Did you present information to an individual or a group of people who are unaware about the information? The second element is activity. Did you engage an individual or a group in an activity where they used new information for a project? And the third element is follow through. Did you recognize an individual or a group of people for using new information to accomplish an activity? For example, a reading for enjoyment junior project leader may present information to 4-H project members about the Dewey Decimal System, coordinate 4-H project members to create posters with the number categories of the Dewey Decimal System and the types of books that fit into that category, and then may present the 4-H project members and their posters to a local library to receive a display on the local bookends. That junior project leader could just do one of these things or could do all three of these things to provide leadership. Citizenship is service. It consists of identifying a need for an individual or a community group and serving that need. Examples of needs and service include, but are not limited to, people in isolation. A service for those people might be visiting and sharing your project. A need might be people who lack skills. A service might be teaching those skills through a day camp. A need might be people lacking some education. A service might be advocating for that information. A need might be an unsightly neighborhood. A service might be raising money or doing some cleanup. A need might be people who need resources. A service might be raising money or collecting items that are the resources in need. A need might be an event that needs volunteers. A service might be working concession stands or an informational booth. You may be asking yourself, why couldn't some of these examples be both leadership and citizenship? You're right, some are both. All the examples included in the directions for Section 4B, giving a talk or demonstration, designing a web page, writing articles, creating slideshows, can be used to contribute leadership or citizenship. Just be sure to mark both boxes when both apply. Be very careful with the definitions, however, because at an area or a state level, a judge might scrutinize in this area. Remember, leadership teaches, citizenship serves. The far right boxes on the template for Section 4B asks for 3 main elements documented. 1, where you completed the leadership citizenship project. Was it at a local level, which would include club, the school you attend, or the town you live in? Was it at a county level, which would include 4-H council or county organizations like Farm Bureau or livestock associations? Or was it at a district level, which can only be River Valley Extension District activities, which might be officer training, club day, or any district action committee one might serve on? Area or regional can include Regional 4-H Club Day, but it might include some activities that use the word district, but really is an activity that's non-4-H, but takes place outside your county that draws participants from a wider area. Now, in this example, documenting leadership and citizenship, you would not have any non-4-H activities in this template. State would be state activities coordinated in Kansas, and national would be a national event. Hours spent would be adding up the hours used to coordinate the plans and the hours used to execute the plans. And the audience is how many total people you reached. Which makes me think to tell you, only write down the project once. Even if you did it 15 different times, simply write what you did, indicate with an X in the box if it was leadership or citizenship, or both, and then indicate with a number how many times you completed the project where. So it may be a 1 under the local box, a 12 under the county district box, a 1 under the area box, and a 1 under the state box. Then, under total number of hours, add up the total amount of time you spent, and under audience, add up the total number of people impacted. The directions also mention your Kansas 4-H permanent record. Just to clarify, that is not because you need to include the record, just that as your year progressed, the idea is to add each activity to your permanent record. Then when you complete your KAP, you have a resource to look back at. So the directions encourage you to use that resource you were to have compiled throughout the year. In my opinion, the leadership and citizenship section is the meat of the KAP, which is why I encourage you, when setting goals in October, to consider what leadership and citizenship projects can be incorporated into the 4-H project. Section 5 of the KAP includes experiences that are outside of 4-H that relate to the 4-H project. These experiences are important also and show a well-rounded project. Learn more about Section 5 in Video 6, Non-4-H experiences related to this project.